So this one happened in 2001, and it shook Nigeria, shook Ghana, shook West Africa too. And that's because in the FIFA World Cup qualifying games for the World Cup of 2002, the last game was a crunch game, Nigeria versus Ghana in Port Harcourt. Dr. Peter Odili was our governor. He spent money so much. He was nicknamed Dr. Donatus Odili. Now, Nigeria had to win that game to qualify for the World Cup. Win and nothing less than that. And it was against a Ghanaian team that will not go to the World Cup. It was very heated. Liberia, on the other hand, had topped that World Cup group for so long, and they thought they would have qualified for the World Cup. So while George Weah and his boys were playing their own game, they had their eyes on Port Harcourt to see if the Super Eagles will fail to win. And knowing the rivalry between Nigeria and Ghana, maybe Ghana will get a draw, or maybe Ghana wins in Port Harcourt. But it was very easy for Nigeria. 3-0 that one ended, and Nigeria will play in the World Cup in Japan and Korea. But then something happened. At the end of the game, at night, the governor of Rivers State, Peter Odili, hosted both teams to a banquet at Government House. He always did that. And during the banquet, he announced a gift of $25,000 to the Ghanaian national team. And that created an uproar. And they said, oh, it was a bribe. He must have bribed the Ghanaians to lose to Nigeria and was fulfilling the promise at the banquet. So Nigeria bribed Ghana to win that game. It's match fixing. But it wasn't just a Nigerian outcry. Like my friend from Ghana, Sadiq Adams, told me, it also generated a massive outcry in Ghana because Ghanaians felt their country's national team sold out to eternal rivals, Nigeria. Ghana's parliament called for a probe. They wanted to know how we are losing to Nigeria and getting $25,000 from the governor of the state that hosted the match. The minority group in the parliament called for a probe. They wanted the sports minister to be removed as sports minister. They called for a probe of the captain of that team, Charles Acheru, who is now a coach. He captained that Ghana team to Port Harcourt. They wanted him probed. They also accused the journalists who traveled the national team because they also got a share of the money. And they said, you all came to Nigeria, you all came to Port Harcourt, and you are bribed by the River State governor $25,000 to lose the game. But did Peter Odili really bribe anyone? Was that really a bribe? Now let me say, from where I sit or where I sat watching it then, it's an African thing. Here in Africa, where I come from, where we all come from, when you go to a big man's house, what happens? He gives you gifts. Palm wine, yams, cassava, gari. He gives you gifts. Or in modern days, he gives you money. So in his magnanimity as governor, he felt, I'm hosting two teams, I come bearing gifts. And he gave that gift of $25,000 to the Ghanaian Black Stars. And of course, he also gave some money to the Super Eagles. But the world thought it was a bribe. Now, how come this story is coming back to light? Just a few weeks ago, the Nigerian Super Falconets, the female national team, had a World Cup qualifying game against Rwanda. After beating Rwanda 5-0 on aggregate, the governor of Ogun State, where the game was played, visited the Rwandan dressing room and offered $10,000 to the Rwanda national team. Just like I said, in Africa, we bear gifts. If you visit my house, I host you and I give you gifts. Did Odili give a gift to the Ghanaians in 2001, or did he bribe them to lose that game? My take is that he gave a gift after the fact, after the game was played. No need to announce a bribe. No need to announce a bribe. I believed it then, I still believe it now. As long as we're Africans, we are going to give gifts.